My dear brothers and sisters, my beloved believers, Assalamu alaikum. There comes a moment in life, perhaps you are in it right now, when you look around and feel a profound silence. The chatter has faded. The company you once had seems distant. You feel alone, isolated, as if you are in a vast desert and the echoes of your own thoughts are your only companion. Before you succumb to despair, let me tell you something crucial. This is not your end. This is your sacred beginning. This feeling of solitude is not a sign that Allah has abandoned you. No, it is a divine signal, a personal invitation from Al-Wadud, the most loving, to turn inward. He has temporarily cleared the stage of your life so that you can finally meet the most important person. You've been neglecting yourself. And more importantly, so you can strengthen your relationship with Him without distraction. My dear brothers and sisters, my beloved believers, I want you to close your eyes for a moment and truly feel the space you are in right now. Not just the physical room, but the landscape of your heart. There comes a moment in the journey of every single soul, a profound, quiet, and often frightening moment, when you look around and you feel a silence so deep it echoes. The constant chatter, the messages, the calls, the plans, the noise of the world, it has all faded into a distant hum, or perhaps it has stopped altogether. The company you once relied on, the faces you sought for comfort, the voices that filled your days, they seem distant now, like shadows receding with the sunset. You find yourself sitting in the quiet and you feel it, a deep, resonant aloneness. A sense of being isolated, as if you are standing in the center of a vast, endless desert under a starry sky, where the only sound you hear is the wind against the dunes and the echo of your own thoughts, your own fears, your own unanswered questions. It's a terrain that feels unfamiliar and cold, a place where you wonder if anyone can hear you, if anyone truly sees you. Before this feeling wraps around your heart and leads you into despair, before you let the narrative of abandonment write its story on your soul, let me tell you something crucial, something you must hold on to with both hands. This is not your end. This feeling is not a tombstone, it is a cornerstone. This is not your destruction. This, my dear friend, is your sacred beginning. Allah, in His infinite wisdom and profound love, does not abandon His servants to desolation. He does not leave you in a void without purpose. He is Al-Hakim, the all-wise, and Al-Wadud, the most loving. Every single condition He places you in, every single season of the heart He allows you to experience, is laden with a purpose so meticulous, a mercy so carefully disguised, that our limited minds often mistake it for hardship. So let us reframe this experience together. This feeling of solitude you are navigating, this age of loneliness, it is not a sign that Allah has abandoned you. Never think that. It is, in fact, a divine signal. It is a personal, intimate invitation sent directly from the most loving to your heart. It is as if Allah has gently placed a sign on the door of your life that reads, "Private session in progress." He has temporarily cleared the crowded stage of your life, the distractions, the obligatory social rounds, the relationships that demanded your energy but not always your growth, so that the spotlight can fall on what truly matters. For years, perhaps, you have been running, pleasing, engaging, and performing for an audience of people. You have been managing perceptions, tending to connections, and in that beautiful chaos, you may have neglected the most important relationship of all, the one with the person you wake up with every single morning, the one you look at in the mirror. Yourself, and even more critically, the foundational relationship upon which your entire existence rests, your connection with your Creator. This aloneness is the sacred space for that long overdue meeting. It is the quiet office where you finally do the inner audit you've been postponing. Think of it as a spiritual retreat mandated by the divine. In the hustle of our daily lives, with the world pulling us in 1,000 directions, our inner voice becomes a faint whisper. Our soul's needs are drowned out by the demands of work, family, and society. Our prayers can become rushed, our remembrance of Allah a fleeting thought between tasks. But now, in this quiet, that whisper has room to become a clear voice. The clutter has been removed. There is no one to perform for, no one to pretend for. It is just you and your reality. It is raw, it is real, and that is where true transformation takes root. Not in the crowded marketplace, but in the secluded orchard of the heart. Allah is al-Latif, the subtle, the gentle. His methods are not always loud and obvious. They are often soft, gradual, and profound. By allowing you to feel this aloneness, He is not pushing you away. He is drawing you closer. He is asking you, now that the noise is gone, can you hear me? Now that the crowd is dispersed, will you turn to me? Now that you feel a lack in your heart from the absence of others, will you allow me to fill it with a presence that never fades? This is the ultimate act of divine mercy. He strips away the temporal so you can seek the eternal. He allows the well of worldly companionship to run dry so you will thirst for and discover the everlasting spring of His company. Consider the most beloved people to Allah, the prophets and the righteous. Their most powerful moments of connection, revelation, and strength were almost always born in solitude. Our beloved Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, was in the solitary cave of Hira when the first revelation descended, changing the world forever. Prophet Musa found himself utterly alone, fleeing for his life into the desert, a fugitive with nothing. And it was on that lonely journey that he witnessed the burning bush and received his monumental mission from Allah. Prophet Ibrahim's stood alone against his entire people, his own father, his entire civilization in their worship of idols. He was the embodiment of loneliness in his conviction, yet he was the closest to the friend, Al-Wali. Their solitude was not a punishment, it was the incubation period for their prophethood. Your solitude on your scale is the incubation period for your next level of faith, your next level of self-understanding, your next level of purpose. Therefore, do not resent this space. Do not rush to fill it with idle noise or desperate connections. Sit in it. Embrace it as the divine gift that it is. This empty feeling is not a void, it is a container. And right now, Allah is waiting for you to choose what to fill it with. Will you fill it with the dark whispers of Shaitan, telling you that you are forgotten and unloved? Or will you fill it with the light of divine remembrance, with the recitation of the Quran, with the humility of sincere prayer, with the peace of knowing that this is a deliberate, loving process from the one who knows you better than you know yourself? The stage is clear, the spotlight is on. The most important work of your life, the work of rebuilding, reconnecting, and rediscovering your core from within, is about to begin. And it begins not with looking outward for a crowd, but with turning inward and upward in the blessed silence.